What it do, YouTube, man? It's your boy Cam, back in with another video, man. This is actually gonna be my first video for boxing. It's gonna be my first video for boxing. I'm gonna be uploading this on my boxing channel. So y'all go subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna share it on my other page. And y'all make sure to go run it up, man. Go run it up. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all that, man. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Cause this is actually my first video, gonna be my first video. But let's get into it, man. Today, man, we're gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson. The hate that Shakur Stevenson been getting, man. Shakur Stevenson coming off a victory Saturday night against the guy from Germany, Artem, and Shakur Stevenson straight dominated the fight. You know, dominated. I'll say from the second round into the 12th round, man. Complete domination. But for some reason, Shakur Stevenson is still getting backlash, even after being in his hometown, fighting in his hometown against with this home crowd on the side. People are out there still criticizing Shakur because they don't like his style of fight. His style of they don't like his style and the way he boxes. And they expect, I guess everybody expects Shakur to be a knockout artist, which is something that he's not. We all know Shakur is known for his boxing skills, IQ, and you know, Shakur, he's one of the best defensive boxers in the game today. But for some reason, he keeps getting backlash because he's not knocking guys out like Tank Davis is. And Tank Davis is one of the best boxers at 135, just like Shakur Stevenson, as we all know. And you know, these guys, you know, it's kind of like, I want to say it's like a Floyd Pacquiao thing. You know, where Floyd was like, everybody looked at Floyd like, and still do look at him like the boring type. As whereas Manny Pacquiao always, before he fought Floyd, and before Floyd beat him, he was getting all the love. Everybody think, yeah, Manny Pacquiao was gonna be the one that stopped Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao was gonna be the one that stopped Floyd. And we all saw what happened. You know, after that fight, the outcome after that fight, and I kind of like, there's kind of like similarities, in my opinion, with these two guys. It's just, these are two black guys, of course, and you know, it's just, man, it's the hate that Shakur Stevenson is getting is sick, man. Tank, you got his fanboys out there. They're almost like the LeBron James fanboys of boxing. You know, Tank, everybody loves Tank because he has the power and he can knock out a lot of guys. But I'm telling Tank, if you really dissect the people that he's been in the ring with, he ain't really been in the ring with Hall of Famers like that. With if you want to say pick Bull Cruz, okay. Pick Bull Cruz is probably the closest thing to. He probably is the closest thing. I don't even think Pick Bull Cruz. When it's all said and done, Pick Bull Cruz will not be one of those top guys, cause especially if he end up fighting Shakur and Tank again, his legacy is definitely gonna take a hit. So when I think of the top guys, I think of the Floyd Mayweather, I think of the Floyd Mayweathers, George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, like those guys. Pitbull Cruz will not be nearly as on the level of those guys when it's all said and done. So when I look at that for Tank, the only guy that's gonna be on that level is the guy that he's supposed to be fighting coming up this November, and that's Lomachenko. You know, everybody know Lomachenko is like will be most likely. We ain't gonna say most likely. He will be the biggest fighter that Tank Davis has ever faced in his whole career. And if Tank Davis somehow doesn't win against Lomachenko, these fanboys, everybody who's around the coattails of Tank, on the bandwagon of Tank, they're gonna change. They're gonna change on him, which I want him to beat Lomachenko just for him to fight Shakur, because I know if he don't beat Lomachenko, he's not gonna fight Shakur after that. We could just, if Tank loses to Lomachenko, we might not ever get a Tank versus Shakur fight. But I think Tank will win against Lomachenko, and I think we will get a Shakur and Tank Davis fight. But for the most part, I just feel like these dudes that are, or I don't even say criticizing, because at this point it's just hate. At this point, it's hate. Because Shakur, if you know boxing, watch boxing, man, you know Shakur is one of them guys, bro, in his, especially in his weight class, like, especially in his weight class at 135, like, and Shakur is he's great, man, but for some reason these dudes just hate him because he don't fight the way they want him to fight. And it's gonna be, everybody's gonna be in a rude awakening for what's gonna happen when Tank fights Shakur. I guarantee you that. And there's gonna be some butthurt fans out there. There's gonna be some butthurt fans. Now, do I think he should have knocked out Autumn? I think Shakur should have gone with, hey, I thought he was gonna knock him out, but for the most part, he dominated the fight. He dominated the fight so much it didn't really even matter that if he did knock him out. Now at the probably like y'all say the 11th or 12th round, he kind of took his foot off the gas, because he was trying to go for the knockout so much that kind of took his foot off the game plan. But Shakur dominated that fight, and people still have something to say about him. They said he was a runner. Now all of a sudden, that narrative, it got thrown away quick. It got thrown out the window quick because they saw him sit in the pocket against Artem and go toe to toe for him and win in dominant fashion. So now the narrative is that he has no power still, which is still the narrative before coming into this fight. And the narrative is he has no power. And he it's so funny, y'all. These dudes are so funny. They get exposed every time. He has no power, man. And they said Tank Davis is just gonna come in there and knock him out. Tank is gonna knock Shakur Stevenson out. But like I said, man, all these dudes that's hating on Shakur and all on Tank bandwagon, it's gonna change. I promise you that. It's gonna change. I guarantee you that. And don't let Tank lose to Lomachenko. That's just gonna be, it's gonna make it even worse. Then you're gonna see the tables turn. You're gonna see the tables turn. Y'all are gonna see the tables turn. But like I said, man, Shakur Stevenson, everybody who knows boxing, everybody who loves boxing, know that he's a main threat to everybody out there, man. We see these guys really don't want to fight him. Who should Shakur even fight next? My suggestion would be him just go and fight Frank Martin, man. Go and fight. I know Frank Martin ducked. He ducked the last fight. He was supposed to fight him in last November, 2023. Frank backed out the fight for some reason, talking about the money. But I think Frank Martin, considering that he did go 12 rounds with Artem, is going to feel like that he can beat Shakur. So I think Shakur should go ahead and fight him, get him out the way since he's poking out his chest. Even though when Shakur beat him, all y'all clowns gonna say is it was Tank Davis leftovers. And you got people out there saying Frank Martin can beat Shakur when he, run through him. When he run through him, or I think he should. I think he should fight Pitbull Cruz too. I'm hearing rumors that Shakur is rumored to fight Pitbull Cruz. So either Frank Martin or Pitbull Cruz, even though if you beat either one of them, they're gonna say Tank beat those guys too. But it's just gonna, again, shut all these people up who's talking all this crap about you. it ain't gonna all the way shut them up because they still got their mind made up until the Tank Davis till he actually fight Tank. It's gonna be like, oh, they still gonna say he can't beat Tank. So, you know, it ain't gonna fully shut these clowns up until that fight actually happens. But man, these dudes are sad. And these dudes don't know boxing, man. Some of these dudes just started watching boxing. Some of these dudes just started watching Tank when he beat Ryan Garcia, man. All of a sudden, you know, because Ryan Garcia had a really big fan base. Had a really big fan base, and you know, some of these dudes just became a Tank Davis fan. He just became a Tank Davis fan. You know, real boxing fans already knew about Tank Davis before the Ryan fight. But you know, when he knocked down Ryan, is when they kind of like, you know, he took some. Let's just be real. He took some away Ryan fans. But man, look, man, Shakur Stevenson is gonna shock the world. I guarantee you that. And he ain't gonna do it. He might not do it the way y'all want it to be done, but he will do it. I promise you that. And it's just a matter of time. And I'm just gonna sit back and watch, because it's gonna be laughable. It's gonna be funny how the narrative is gonna change. And you know, I just know how this fake world is. They do the same thing these boxing fans do. They do the same thing in the NBA and NFL and, you know, all these other sports. Dudes become fanboys. Dudes become addicted to dudes. Worshiping these dudes until they get put on their ass, and then they try to make all these excuses. And, you know, by the way, Shakur keep calling the nigga out. Why he just won't send a contract, I don't know. Like, and all these clowns keep saying, oh, he's not gonna put the bus in the seat. Okay, if Shakur is not gonna put the bus in the seat, then won't Tank Davis be able to put butts in seats by himself? Shouldn't he be able? Ain't he the face of boxing, as they say? So that's the excuse they keep saying. That's the excuse they keep saying why he won't send a contract. Is because Shakur won't put butts in the seat. But it's Tank Davis on the card too. So he should be able to put butts in the seat alone, right? Yeah. Yeah, man, these clowns. And then everybody knows Shakur now. So I don't even, like, man, I don't even want to talk about them, bro. Just know, man, it's going to be, the tables is going to turn. I guarantee you that. And I can bet anybody. If you want to bet, we can bet, man. But anyways, man, this is my first boxing channel, boxing video. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. And share this video, and I'm out.